Good morning, Malacanang Press Corps. Happy Monday. Welcome sa regular press briefing ni Presidential Spokesperson Roque. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Well, the good news is people should not panic about the dengue vaccine. There is no danger with the dengue vaccine. What Sanofi, the manufacturer, revealed is that new studies indicate that for those who already had contact with dengue, and that's 9 out of 10 Filipinos, the dengue vaccine is in fact very effective in protecting the patient from another attack of dengue. The only new finding that they have is that for the 1 person out of 10 who's not had dengue, chances are after 3 years, he may still be afflicted with dengue, which was classified as severe dengue. Now, the worry is on the term severe dengue. But you see, there was a reclassification of what is mild, severe, and deadly dengue. And the severe dengue that is mentioned by Sanofi will involve symptoms that include 2 days of fever and hemophilia. Yung pagmamarka no, sa skin. It is not the deadly type of dengue. So in common parlance, sa ordinaryong salita, yung pinakamalala po na po pwedeng mangyari ayon sa bagong pag-aaral mismo ng Sanofi, yung mga hindi pa nagkakadengue na isa lamang sa 10, po pwedeng magkadengue na sa ating classification dati ay mild lamang dahil meron lang lagnat at merong mga pasa. Hindi po yung severe na nakakamatay. Pero ang kapalit naman po nun, proteksyon doon sa 9 out of 10 na nagka-dengue na from acquiring what could be not just serious but possibly a deadly stage of dengue. So ulitin ko po, wala pong dahilan para magpanik. Tama naman po na nagkaroon ng konting bahala tayo dahil hindi naman natin alam na matapos maibigay sa mga kabataan, akala natin complete immunity na from dengue kasi yan ang akala natin sa vaccination. Pag meron ka na, hindi ka na magkakaroon muli. Pero the worst case scenario, according to this new study, na isinapubliko naman nila at hindi tinago, no? Ay 1 out of 10, yung hindi pa nagkakadengue, baka po pwede uli magkaroon ng dengue consisting of yung kanyang mga symptoms ay 2 araw ng paglagnat at saka yung konting pasa sa katawan. Hindi naman po yung nakamamatay. Of course, don't take it from me. Take it from the Department of Health. And today, we have Dr. Lyndon L. Lisu, who is not only a spokesperson, but a specialist in, guess what field? Infectious diseases. So he is a specialist in diseases such as dengue. Okay? So in an effort to allay fears of the public, we invited the spokesperson and an infectious medicine specialist, Dr. Lyndon L. Lisu, to answer in more detail your questions. Dr. Lisu.
Thank you, sir. I'm pretty sure nabalitaan nyo na kung ano nangyari. And just to give you a brief background on how they actually received the news about this, on November 29, Sanofi Pasteur kasi nag-post po sa kanilang global website. Naglabas sila ng PR about the latest findings ng kanilang study ng pag-aaral ng kanilang data. It turned out, tulad na binanggit ni Secretary Roque, that those persons who have not had experience of dengue before, which is 1 out of 10 sa mga Filipinos, may risk na talaga mag-develop ng dengue. Ando pa rin yung mga lamok kasi. Kakagating ka pa rin, magkakadengue ka pa rin. So meaning, the protection na dapat ibinigay ng vaccine will not really last that long. At nabanggit din kanina ni Secretary regarding yung mga manifestations, the severe that was being identified by Sanofi is totally different with our severe classification that is being used currently together with WHO. Now, why are they using different classification? hindi kasi nila pwedeng baguhin bigla ang kanilang classification din. In the course of nung magbuhat na nag-umpisa sila nitong trial nito, which was like 20 years ago, or it took them like 20 years bago nila na-develop itong vaccine na ito. Hindi ganun kabilis ang pagbabago ng bakuna ng nito. Kung kaya hindi pwedeng kalagitnaan bigla nagbabago din sila ng classification. So, siguro mas maganda, we'll entertain questions sa gayon yung mga concerns nyo ma-address na rin ng Department of Health. Nang sa gayon, malinawan na rin natin. I guess this is a very good venue as well para maintindihan din ng publiko kung ano ba talaga itong concern natin ngayon regarding the dengue vaccine.
MPC questions? Raymond Tenasa. Microphone, please.
Hi, sir. Good morning. Sir, so, kasi may mga kumakalat, yun yung parang pinagmulan yata ng fear and even panic ng public na kung meron kang, if you took dengue vaccine, kapag ka nagkaroon ka ng dengue, maging mas malala, severe, and all of that kumalat. So, you please clarify, sir.
Okay, clear din natin. Ang populasyon natin, ibig natin doon, based sa mga study na ginagawa namin sa sample population natin, lumilitaw na 9 out of 10 Filipinos have had experience of dengue. Tapos sabihin nyo, bakit ako parang hindi pa ako nagkakadengue? Wala naman ako naranasan. Hindi kailangan magkaroon ka ng lagnat bago sabihin natin na na-expose ka sa dengue. Data will tell us as you age, the probability of you having acquired dengue is really very high. So, may mga kaso, may mga tao na nagka-dengue na, but they did not manifest any signs and symptoms at all. So, nagkaroon lang ng virus sa katawan at nag-develop naman yon. Nag-trigger yon ng protection o mag-develop ng protection ng katawan natin against future dengue infection. Yun yung mga positive. Ngayon, zero in ngayon sa pagbabakuna natin, nag-cause ng undue panic, ng fear, ng taranta sa mga magulang. Kung iaano natin sa 700,000 population na nabakunahan at i-apply natin yung 9 out of 10 Filipinos would have had dengue, sa 700,000 population, we're talking about the 10% na hindi pa nagkakadengue. Because the risk, sabi nga nila, is amongst those recipient ng dengue vaccine na hindi pa nagkakadengue. We do not have any problem at all with those recipients na nagka-dengue na before na nabakunahan. Out sila sa issue na ito. Ang inaano lang dito, nagpo-focus tayo doon sa hindi pa nagkakadengue na nabakunahan. Yun yung focus ng kanilang PR. Ngayon, doon sa 10% yon, na sabi nila at risk. We're talking about at risk, meaning hindi naman automatic din na porque hindi ka nabakunahan at kasama ka dun sa isa sa 10 yon, automatic na pag nagka-dengue ka, severe ka na. You may develop, you may be at risk, but not saying that those 1 out of 10 would eventually develop severe dengue. Now, paano natin lalabanan yon? Balik tayo sa basic natin. You have to have a good immune system, resistance level, kasi infection pa rin ito hindi ito manggagaling sa bakuna yung dengue mo. Magagaling pa rin ito saan? Kagat pa rin ng lamok. So go back tayo doon. Anong gagawin ko para hindi ako magka-dengue? Balik tayo sa paglilinis ulit ng kapaligiran. So that would bring down the risk, that lowers down the risk of you acquiring the dengue infection. So nagsi-zero in tayo doon. Ngayon, kasi ang lumalabas sa mga balita, di ba, yung 700,000 population na recipient ng dengue vaccine are at risk of acquiring the severe dengue. No. We're only talking about that 10% na maaari, we're not even sure, kung 10 nga, baka nga lower din, na maaring wala pang dengue na nakatanggap ng bakuna. Who would be at risk? Just paulit-ulit ko binabanggit yung at risk kasi hindi automatic na lahat sila. At pwede ring wala kung magiging maganda ang immune system mo.
Okay, sir. Last point. Sir, now what you are saying, clearing the panic, what can you say, what's your take to the proposal of even VP Robredo of this alleged bungled dengue vaccine to be investigated because of some alleged now corruption and so on.
Yun nga, medyo lumawak na hindi na nag-focus doon sa napatungan na yung sabi natin na undue fear o panic na binigay natin sa mga magulang na patungan na ng mga ibang concern. In fact, Secretary Roque can attest to that it's been a year or it's been more than a year na nagkakaroon kami pagbisita sa house na nagkaroon na ng series of hearing allegedly because of yung mga issues na nire-raise sa Department of Health. And I would like to believe na wala namang napatunayan regarding that one. But sabi nga natin, the Department of Health is always open with that. Nang sa gayon kami rin naman ang gusto natin mangyari, nang sa gayon maayos na rin ito, magkaroon na ng kalinawan, we are open to any investigation na gustong gawin po. Anybody who would want to really investigate kung may iba bang naging problema dito sa dengue vaccine immunization program.
Okay, Belia Carriazo.
Hi sir, good morning. Bella Criaso from Bandera. Sir, kasi nanggaling din yung information natin last week from DOH. Why sudden na nagpanic tayo dahil yung information natin galing sa inyo na, di ba, sabi nyo nga, yung mga hindi pa nababakunahan, sila yung may danger na magkaroon ng severe, yung side effect. Pero ngayon, nililinaw nyo na hindi naman dapat magpanic. Kasi yung information din, galing din naman sa inyo. So, parang ang pagitan lang po ng days lang ata. So, bakit biglang iba naman ngayon ang information na binibigay nyo sa tao? Kasi, di ba, biglang nagpanic yung tao. Tapos, left and right, gusto na mag-investigation ng Senate, ng DOJ, tapos ng Congress. Tapos ngayon, inaalay nyo yung fears na dapat hindi magpanic yung publiko. Sir, liwan?
Lilinawin ko lang, hindi sa amin ang galing. Nag-react din kami sa press release ng ng Sanofi Pasteur. We need to take a stand here. Bakit? Bago pa man kami nagkaroon ng press conference to clear this out, noon sa press con, I don't think you were there as well, nung press con na yon, hindi na namin inaalay, pero pinapaliwanag the same thing that I'm explaining right now. Hindi bago ang statement namin last Friday kumpara sa statement namin today. It's basically the same. In fact, naging mas mabilis nga sa social media bago pa kami nag-press con doon, bago namin in-address yung mga concern, naging mas mabilis kung kaya't we need to come out with a statement to address those concerns kasi doon pala nag-umpisa na nagkaroon ng reaksyon. So, kiklear ko lang, ma'am ha, hindi sa amin ang galing yung panic na ginawa po.
So yung suspension yun ng implementation ng program, tuloy po ito, sir?
Yes, naka-on hold siya, dala ng because of the new findings. We wanted to be transparent as well na nagre-responding kami dun sa mga bagong findings and we're going to wait for further guidance because this week, WHO headquarters in Geneva is going to meet as well to address this concern and from there we will be getting guidance from them again.
Okay, Tuesday New to be followed by Alvin, then Dexter.
Good morning, sir. Sir, sabi niyo kanina, 700,000 yung total na nabakunahan itong Dengvaxia. Pero 10% lang noon yung possibility na makapag-acquire ng dengue na pwedeng makategorize as severe. Hindi naman lahat. Pero 10% of 700,000 is 70,000 still, sir. Ano ang pwedeng assurance na maibibigay na natin doon sa 70,000 parents na mag-aalala in the next 3 to 5 years na baka maapektuhan yung kanilang mga anak?
Yeah, I'm appreciative of the figures that you came out with, which is 70,000. It's just really absolute numbers, very high pa rin naman. Comparative with the 10%, parang are we trying to bring it down because we're using percentage here? Pero kaya kami gumagamit ng percentage here, lumawak man yung 700, kunwari 800,000 siya, it will still be 10% ang bibilangin natin. Ang ginagawa natin, not just because of these issues or yung concern na inilabas ngayon ng Sanofi Pasteur, ang commitment kasi namin nung inilabas ito o ginawa namin ang dengue vaccination activity na ito was to really monitor them in the next 5 years, yung mga nakatanggap ng bakuna. We have on hand right now through our regional offices lahat ng address ng mga bata o mga recipient ng bakunang ito. It's part of our commitment. We're going to monitor them. We're going to look into them as well. Kasama ito. At ang ano pa nito, meron man lumitaw na magkaroon ng initial symptoms in the next, say, 2.5 years. Kasi in the next 2.5 years, ang partial protection nila, we do not expect anybody na pwedeng lumitaw na may severe dengue. Kaya wala tayong lalabas dapat na bukas o the next day after na, oy, may severe dengue na yung anak ko dahil nabakunahan. No. Because magkakaroon pa rin po sa kanilang lahat, among those seronegative, hindi pa nagkakadengue na protection pa rin for at least 30 months. So monitoring yan hanggang the next 5 years para nang sigurado magkaroon mga initial symptoms sa tingin namin severe dengue, na-catch na natin kaagad at mabibigyan kaagad ng immediate attention. Because all these cases can be treated. In fact, just for the information of the group, yung mga sinasabi din nilang severe dengue among those na identify ng Sanofi, walang namatay doon. These cases stayed in the hospital for, ang range nila is 4 to 6 days. And eventually they were discharged, improved naman.
Yes, sir. Another question, sir. Parang narinig ko si Dr. Susie Pineda Mercado kanina umaga, sir, of the World Health Organization. Parang mayroon siyang doubt kung bakit na-approve kaagad ng DOH yung pagpa-administer ng Dengvaxia vaccine when in fact yung ganitong mga uri daw ng bakuna ay pinag-aaralan ng a year or years, pero mukhang ito daw medyo inabot lang ng buwan.
Lilinawin ko din, ang pag-aaral sa bakunang ito ay umabot po ng humigit kumulang sa 20 taon. Ang inabot din to ng almost 11 to 12 months yung pagre-repaso ng kanilang dokumento para malisensyahan. I just wanted to be clear, ma'am, kung ano yung doubts niya para ma-address sana natin kung ano ibig sabihin ng she has doubts. Ano yung doubts niya sana?
Para ang gusto niyang sabihin, sir, napakadali for the DOH na inapproved.
Actually, na-bring up din ito sa mga hearing namin sa Congress at naipaliwanag at naipakita naman na dumaan din siya tulad ng mga ibang mga gamot at mga bakuna or any products that will have to be registered with the FDA. Kasama siya, kasabay siya kung paano nire-repaso ang kanilang mga dokumento.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Alvin Baltasar.
Dr. Lizoy, magandang umaga po. Sir, kanina po sa opening statement ni Secretary Roque, ang sabi niya, walang dapat na ipag-alala sa dengue vaccine. Ito ay very effective. So, kung pag-uusapan natin, sir, yung status, tuloy ba yung pagbabakuna doon sa mga bata gamit yung vaccine ng Sanofi since wala naman pala tayong dapat na ipag-alala?
Well, currently, tulad na nabanggit natin, naka-on hold tayo sa ating mga immunization activity. Dala ng tulad na nga nung ginawa natin sa pagbibigay ng bakuna, base sa recommendation din, na sabi nga 70%, community meron, you can give it talaga sa komunidad. Hindi kasi nagkaroon ng sa recommendation na magkaroon muna ng testing whether nagkaroon na ba siya ng dengue o hindi. Probably because over pending nung recommendation nila, baka yun na lumitaw na bagong rekomendasyon. Pero magiging concern naman dyan, yung sinasabi nilang test para malaman mo kung nagka-dengue na or hindi pa, it may not be readily available as well. Hindi siya ganun kalawak ang availability nito. So, but sa mga private naman, the private practitioners, kasi one-on-one naman ang pag-handle nila ng mga pasyente nila, and most of the time, dati na nilang pasyente ito, mas alam nilang history, mas confident sila kung bibigyan nila yung mga pasyente nila na alam nilang nagka-dengue na dati.
Okay.
Follow-up, sir. Sir, gaano katagal yung pag-hold pansamantala? At saka may epekto ba ito sa posibleng, baka masyadong harsh yung term na revocation doon sa Sanofi? Kasakasakal.
Hindi pa naman tayo umaabot sa ganung usapin ng revocation nga. Ang sabi nga natin, tignan din natin yung positibong angulo na this is very effective among those cases na na-expose sa dengue dati, which is, sabi ko nga sa datos natin, 90% of the Filipinos. Yung tanong mo, gano'ng katagal ang pag-hold nito. Mag-meeting nga ngayon ang WHO this week at ang Strategic Advisory Group of Experts on Immunization sa Geneva din. And hopefully, within the next 2 weeks, magkaroon na sila ng recommendation kung ano yung next step forward natin.
Okay. Last two, Dexter and Philip.
Sec, good morning. Sir, tanong lang, yung dengue po ba ay once na nagka-meron ka ay pwedeng bumalik?
Hindi siya yung bumalik. There are 4 serotypes. So, 4 na klaseng tawag sa lito yung mga strain. Mm-hmm. So, para quick ano lang, pag nagkaroon, ang tawag lang dito ay 1, 2, 3, 4 lang. So, pag nagka-dengue 1 ka na, protektado ka na laban sa dengue 1 habang buhay. Pero you will be at risk of occurring 2, 3, at 4 pa rin kasi wala ka ng protection doon. Mm-hmm. So, pag nagka-1 ka, may history ka na ng dengue at nabakunahan ka, protektado ka na laban doon sa remaining 3. So, hindi bumabalik, but because there are other serotypes na pwede ka magkaroon pa rin ng ganong klaseng infection.
Natanong ko lang po kasi yun dahil medyo nakakabahala yung 700,000 na nabakunahan at sinasabi nyo po na 10% lang yung hindi pa nagkakadengue. Ibig sabihin, more than 600,000 ay nagkadengue na just in region Central Luzon, Metro Manila, and Calabarzon area?
Pero Dexter, hindi siya nakakabahala dahil yung 600 na yon, 600,000 na yon, which is the 90%, ay protektado na. Dala ng bakunang binigay sa kanila.
Kasi noong 2015, we have 118,000 cases of dengue cases sa buong bansa. And 2016 ay umabot sa 100,000.
I appreciate you bringing that up kasi it will only tell us na ganun ka-highly endemic ang Philippines, ganun kalaki ang problema ng dengue sa Pilipinas. Kung kaya't lahat ng measures tinitignan natin. Sabi nga natin palagi, dati pa, paulit-ulit namin binabanggit, dengue is not a problem that can be solved by the government alone. We all have our share of responsibility. Kahit mag-ingay kami na mag-ingay, kahit palagi i-press con ito yung paglilinis, kung hindi maglilinis si nanay at tatay, dengue will still be at risk. We still have a problem.
Last point, sir, sa akin. Sir, itong pinatigil ba ng DOH na dengue vaccination ay bago o ito yung third dose para dun sa sinimulan noong April last year?
Lahat ito, regardless kung naka-isang dose ka pa lang, second dose ka pa lang, the total campaign, yung activity natin is on hold.
Kasi may mga binabanggit, sir, yung pang last dose dapat na April, May, June this year ay hindi na isagawa. December na po ngayon. Ang binabanggit, pag hindi mo na kompleto yung tatlo, very, susceptible.
I-verify natin kung saan hindi na isagawa yan. Kasi hindi dapat siya issue na hindi na isagawa. Kung April, May, June yun. Kasi ang concern ngayon lang lumabas. So dapat na ibigay siya ng April, May, June. If you can verify din kung saan lugar ito, dala ng, hindi dapat issue ang bilang ng bakuna. Dala ng we have more than enough vaccine.
So, ibig sabihin, sir, yung 700,000 na kompleto nila, yung 3 doses?
They are at different phases. Humigit sa kalahati sa kanila na kompleto. Wala naman pag-aaral pa naman na makakabahala na hindi pa makumpleto. In fact, sabi nga natin, we still have until next year naman para makumpleto ito, just in case pending the recommendation, na isa yan sa titignan naman ng WHO as well.
Okay, thank you, Dexter.
Alright, thank you.
Philip Tubesa to be last question si Cedric.
Sir, good morning. Clarification lang, saan nyo nakuha yung stat na 1 out of 10?
May data kami na ginagawa dito, patuloy din ang pag-aaral din namin dito sa Philippines, na may mga zero prevalence study kami ginagawa.
You said kasi na it might go down, so could it also go up? Yung
Go
stat
down
na
meaning
yun?
the 10%.
The 10%.
Well, different areas will have varying degrees of seropositivity. Pero sabi nga nila, in the general population that we're talking here. So, generally, we can, let's say, conclude like it's a 90% thing that we're having here.
Kung 20 years na po ito na pinag-aaralan, bakit hindi nakita yung kwan na yun, yung parang blind spot na yun na...
Maaring may suggestive na siya dati, pero sa analysis ng mga data nila, ngayon lang lumitaw ng konkreto na at risk. Mas malinaw tayo dun sa word na at risk kasi parang ayaw naman nating sabihin na lahat sila ay magkakadengue at mag-severe. So siguro ito is precautionary measures as well to all of us na hindi ka pa nagka-dengue, nabakunahan ka, kailangan batayin mo rin ang sarili mo, baka magka-dengue ka at mag-develop ka ng severe manifestations.
Sir, may reports din po na pag hindi tunuloy yung vaccination, maaaring may dangers dun sa nakakuha na ng shots.
Wala pa. The decision of to put on hold everything is not only coming from our secretary, but also based on the advice of our experts also. Na, sige, temporary put it on hold, lang naman to, temporary thing to, then we'll take it from there. Kung kailan maglalabas ang advice ng WHO, at tulad na nabanggit ko, isa sa consideration nila will be this one, yung mga hindi pa nakukumpletong pagbabakuna. Kasi nga, kahit gusto natin ikumpleto ngayon, ibigay natin ang second dose or third dose, but because of the alarmist na mga lumabas ng mga balita, it will definitely be very hard to really convince their parents na ituloy yung pangalawa at pangatlong doses.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Cedric?
Morning, sir. Sir, paglilinaw lang po, yung 30 months na period po ng effectiveness, ito po starts with the, after yung last,
Last dose.
Okay, so regardless kung first, second, third. Okay, sir, after nito pong mga paglilinaw on the part of Sanofi, do you still see any reason to hold them liable or does this effectively absolve them of any liability, sir?
Hindi naman tayo nagiging conclusive dito. We still need to review again the documents. Tulad ng sinasabi nyo, baka nga naman may data na sila dati dito at ngayon lang inilabas. We wanted to be clear with that as well. So we'll be holding a series of consultative meetings with them just to make sure that everything is being addressed para nasa gayon hindi naman absuelto. I do not want to use the word absuelto here. malinawan man tayo dito, it does not happen again in any future transaction we have, not only with Sanofi but with the other companies as well.
Sir, meron daw pong nakaamba na class suit. This is coming from Attorney Topacio po. Reaction, please.
We're ready for that. Kasi nga, sabi nga natin, prerogative yan ng mga magulang o ng mga tao na gawan ng ganitong concern. Sabi nga, the Philippines at the DOH, ang intention is really to provide protection na ganitong concern. We're ready. May mga dokumento naman kami na magpapatunay naman na maayos naman lahat.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Lyndon Lisu, Presidential Spokesperson, Harry Roque.
Now, of course, to allay the fears of the public, the DOJ has stated that it has initiated investigation on the purchase of this vaccine. As Dr. Lisu also said, this matter has been investigated by both the House of Representatives and the Senate. I sat in some of the investigations in the House of Representatives, and there was no adverse conclusion to date. No? But this is, of course, all irrelevant now because the DOJ has formally started its investigation. I think the investigation will benefit everyone, including those that made the decision to purchase the medicine. If there are any irregularities, we will find out. If there are irregularities, then the President has said that he will take action. But everything as of now will be premature. Let's allow the DOJ to investigate.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Any statement, Secretary Roque?
And also, well, I guess the sentiment that should be shared with the public is we will tell you if there is a reason to be concerned. What we're telling you now is wala pong dahilan para maabala. The worst case scenario is matapos ng 3 taon, pang-4, 5, 6 na taon, baka magka-dengue muli. Ulitin ko po, yung sinasabi nilang severe dengue, hindi po nakakamatay. Lagnat at pasa, hindi naman po nakakamatay. So wag po tayo magpanik. At kung meron naman pong ibang datos na magpapakita na talagang may dahilan para maabala ang publiko, sasabihin naman po yan ni Presidente Duterte. Wala po kaming itatago sa publiko. Okay?
Okay, MPC questions? Other issues? Dexter Ganibe.
Bago tayo mag-other issues, mag-good news muna ako.
Okay, sir.
Okay, Good News Monday. Okay? So the Philippines has eliminated maternal and neonatal tetanus. Okay? Government's efforts in providing quality health care services to pregnant women, mothers, and newborns, including those in isolated and conflict-affected communities, has finally met with success. The Philippines earned a maternal and neonatal tetanus elimination status, which means that the country has less than 1 case of neonatal tetanus of 1,000 live births in every province, city, according to the United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF, and the World Health Organization. We would like to thank our health workers who face numerous challenges to reach even isolated and conflict-affected communities, teaching the importance of clean birth deliveries. More good news, Marina reforms processing of documents of seafarers. Filipino seafarers can now process their documents with ease. Marina launched several reforms to help almost 780,000 registered Filipino seafarers in processing the requirements faster and more efficient. No? These reforms include online appointment system, formulation of a 10-year maritime industry development plan, and 10-year validity extension of seafarers' identification and record book. And then starting today, we observe National Human Rights Consciousness Week. The Philippines is an active member of the United Nations Human Rights Council. Our human rights record and accomplishment in this field were well recognized given the fact that the highest peer review body in the world on all matters of human rights, which is the UNHRC, unanimously accepted and commended the outcome report on the Philippine Universal Periodic Review. We reiterate our adherence to the rule of law remains as firm as ever, as is our commitment to the protection of human rights. Questions?
Dexter Ganibe.
Yes, sir. Related dun sa Marina, sir, may mga binabanggit yung mga seafarers. Bakit dito lang centralized sa Manila yung pagpa-process? Bakit hindi maglagay ng mga satellite office sa Visayas or Mindanao kung saan karamihan ng mga seafarers nanggagaling? Kaya kung minsan halos matulog na sila dyan sa harap ng Marina office para mauna lang sa pila.
Point well taken. Ang pagkakaintindi ko po kasi, yung mga recruitment agencies, halos lahat nandito rin sa Manila. But point well taken. It's something that I will definitely bring to the attention of Marina. Possibility of decentralizing the functions of Marina.
Okay, sir. Balikan ko lang yung dengue, sir. Kasi yung binabanggit ng pamahalaan, ang ini-stop lang ay yung government vaccination. How about yung sa mga private hospital? Kasi patuloy din. Ang mga magulang gumastos ng 15,000 piso para sa pagbabakuna ng kanilang mga magulang. Walang word ang DOH para itigil din doon pero tuloy-tuloy yung sa mga private hospitals.
Yung mga privado po, we leave it to the discretion of the doctors, of their private doctors. It's up to the doctors, the health providers.
Ang kanilang tanong, sir, is paano kung idineklara o ititigil na siya tuluyan, may kompensasyon ba galing sa pamahalaan? Dahil pamahalaan din ang nag-udyok sa mga Pinoy na magpa-vaccine nitong dengue vaccine.
Ay, alam niyo po, when we will deal with the issue when we get there, no? Kasi you're talking already of reparations, no? Hindi pa naman tayo sigurado na there is a need for reparations, no?
Okay, thank you, Dexter. Chonayo?
Sir, may update na po tayo sa recommendation ng AFP sa martial law.
I promised to read the statement of Colonel Arevalo because the spokesperson, General Browner, is out of the country, no? So Colonel Arevalo sent me this statement. Okay. This was received last week, though, no? The AMP is mindful that the extension of martial law implementation ends on 31 December 2017. It is currently in the process of assessment and deliberation as to the recommendation. The AFP is looking at the possibility of submitting its recommendation to the President and Commander-in-Chief through the Department of National Defense by the first week of December. So it is this week that they will make the recommendation.
So wala pa pala, sir, kung...
Wala pa. Ito
sir.
lang yung statement. Nakuha ko to after Thursday. Nakuha ko to siguro Friday. Siyempre, ngayon ko lang babasahin. Okay. Wala pa. Suspended animation. Ha? Okay. Next question, please.
Question, Raymond Tinasa?
Sir, over the weekend, Undersecretary Del Rosario of the Bangon Marawi Task Force, na he is open for partly extension of the martial law, especially in the central Mindanao. Kahit yun lang daw, okay na siya. So would the President consider yung hindi na the whole of Mindanao yung ideklara, but only the regions, especially the Lanao provinces and the nearby provinces yung ideklaraan ng martial law?
I'm sure the President will consider that recommendation of General Del Rosario. After all, he is in charge of rebuilding Marawi.
Thank you, sir.
Question, Rose Novenario. I'm sorry, si Belia Carriazo? Belia?
Sorry, sir, medyo personal tong question ko. But before that, sir, di ba last week, patanong ako kay Ms. Roque na regarding doon sa alleged death threat na nare-receive ng columnist, ang inaakusahan niya, sir, yung ating Presidential Task Force on Media Security, si Undersecretary Joel Egco. So, sir, may reaction na po ba kayo dito?
Saan siya bang inaakasuhan?
Yes, sir.
Well, I'll have to look into it. I will give information to Yusek Egco. No? I'm sorry that we had to say it publicly. I did not realize that the complaint is directed against Yusek Egco. When I was asked that question last week, I said I will refer the matter to Yusek Egco because he is in charge of the Task Force on Media Security. No? So I will discuss this with him.
Yes, sir. Kasi since ako kasi yung reporter from Bandera, and then yung concern kasi, sir, husband kasi siya nung editor-in-chief ko. So, dahil ako yung naka-assign dito, tinanong ko sa inyo. Kaya lang, nagkaroon ng turn of events, sir, kasi this few days, na meron harassment sa part ko, saka sa editor-in-chief ko. Kaya lang, siyempre, i-deny ito ni Yusek Egco, sir. Pero meron kasi akong evidence dito nung vlogger supposed to be. Meron siyang post sa kanya Facebook na galing siya dito noong Tuesday to meet an official. Tapos nag-post pa siya na may litrato siya nung NEB sa labas. So, sir, hindi niya pwedeng i-deny ni Yusek Egco na hindi galing sa kanya nung pangharas ng vlogger against sa akin, sa kanong editor-in-chief ko, sir. So, ang ano ko kasi, sir, Hindi naman ako nagpe-personal, sir. Yusek egg ko, ginagawa ko lang yung trabaho ko. Kasi ang tanong ko, sa column ko kasi, sir, lumabas na, sinulat ko na, tinatanong ko kung ano yung accomplishment niya sa kanyang as presidential task force.
What I promise is I will look into this, but I don't think it's fair to actually bring out these allegations now in public, no, given that Secretary Eco is also not here. But I am also Presidential Advisor on Human Rights. I can sit down with you, and I can sit down also with Yusek Egco, and we will examine and investigate this matter. But let's not do it in this manner
So, sir,
in
I hope
front
so,
of the
sir.
whole nation.
Sana,
okay?
sir, sana.
Please. I will investigate this matter.
Okay,
Yes,
thank you.
please. Next
Thank you, Belia.
question.
Rose Tobinario.
Ay, good morning, sir. Sir, follow-up lang po doon kay Belia. Gaano po kabukas yung mga opisyal ng Administrasyon Duterte sa mga pagbatikos po ng media? At ano po yung maaari nating maipayo sa kanila kung paano tatanggap ng mga pagbatikos, pagpuna, at mga papuri din po?
I think we should heed the example of President Duterte himself. No? President Duterte, I've said it time and again, has never filed any libel case. No? He knows, out of his very long years in public service, that public officials should not be onion skin. I am not also new to criticism, particularly on the part of bloggers. No? I take it in stride knowing that people are intelligent enough to know what the truth is. So we should not be onion skin. That is advice of the Supreme Court to all public officials. And ako, I walk the talk. And you know what I'm talking about.
Thank you.
Okay, questions? Philip?
Sir, good morning. Comment lang po dun sa possibility ng pagkakaroon ng reenacted budget next year because hindi magkasundo ang Senate and House.
I can't comment on a purely speculative matter. I cannot believe that the House and the Senate cannot agree on next year's budget. I have all the confidence, the Palace has all the confidence that we will have a budget pursuant to the request made by the Palace because this budget is crucial to the Build program of the government intended to alleviate poverty in this country.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Cedric?
Morning, Sec. Sir, reaction please, sir. Senator De Lima is seeking for a Senate investigation on the 888 complaint hotline, sir. She says na parang cosmetics lang daw ito and superficial fulfillment of, those are her words, superficial fulfillment of campaign promise daw ni President Duterte, sir.
Maybe because she hasn't tried it, because she shouldn't have a telephone in her detention facility. Next question, please.
Okay,
Sir, follow-up, please, sir. Sir, kamusta po yung pag-progress ng program, sir? 888 program.
Ano ba nang gusto nyo pa, no? Nakita nyo naman na walang tigil ang pagsisibak ni Presidente sa mga taong gobyerno na may aligasyon ng korupsyon. Marami pa po yan. Dahil ang Presidente sincero dun sa kanyang krusada laban sa korupsyon. Hindi po matitigil yung paninibak na yan. Ang mensahe nga namin sa lahat ng taong gobyerno, magpribadong sektor na lang po kayo kung gusto nyong yumaman.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Pia Reñada?
Sir, just on the martial law recommendation, sir, would Colonel Arevalo have also informed you as to how they will form the recommendation? And have you also been able to sound the President on martial law recently when you've spoken to him? What does he think about the prospect of December 31 looming, and has he made any other considerations as to what to do with martial law?
Well, he hasn't mentioned anything on martial law, but he has been to Mindanao many times, including the conflict areas. He was in Maguindanao. He was in Holosulu. I was supposed to accompany him, but I got sick. So I missed the chance to see Mr. Seagal. You all did too. You did not go. You were all invited, no? Diba it was open for media coverage? No, I'm sorry. I could have, maybe because I got sick. But anyway, so he has not manifested either way, but I will see him this afternoon.
Okay, thank you. Last question. Belia, and then Bombo?
Sir, recently naglabas ng memorandum circular number 35 si Executive Secretary Medaldea regarding do sa mga supposed junket ng mga officials. So, pwede ba tayo maglabas, sir, ng mga pangalan ng mga unnecessary foreign trips na, kaya sabi niya alarming yung rate ng mga nagpapalusot na para lang makalabas ng bansa. Kaya naglabas siya nung based doon sa Memo Circular 35.
Abangan na lang po natin ang susunod na mga pangyayari tungkol dito. Dahil ang presidente naman nagsabi, baka meron pa siyang mga sibakin dahil dito sa mga junkets na ito.
Last question, Raymond Tinasa. Raymond and then Dexter last. And then we will have ASEC Chris Ablan for some announcement.
It's FOI month or week? It's a FOI week, so ASEC Ablan, promoted, but ASEC Ablan will have a statement on FOI week.
Sir, mabilis lang. Sir, what's your take dun sa mga sunod-sunod na pag-atake ng NPA? And very deadly, yung pinaka-recent nga yung nangyari sa Batangas wherein 15 students as comrades were also killed.
It's business as usual. When we were talking peace, they were attacking. Now that we're not talking peace, they're attacking. So what else is new? Continuous attack from them. And of course, the armed forces is ready and able to deal with them, as was shown in the recent incident in Nasugbu.
So there are some comments about the Chief Justice Sereno impeachment proceedings at the House. Parang si Atty. Gadon daw and some lawmakers are into fishing expedition dahil ngayon lang daw parang lumalabas yung mga parang naghahanap pa lang sila ng ebidensya. Your comment, kasi I understand you are one of those who voted for yung revival of the Sereno impeachment case.
Well, as I said, I'm spokesperson now. Okay. We will leave it to Congress to perform its constitutional task. Having said that, take note that it is the Chief Justice's own peer giving the evidence against her. So don't look at Malacanang, please. That's proof that people should not look at Malacanang for the impeachment of Chief Justice Sereno.
Okay, thank you. Dexter, brief question to be followed. And last na daw si JP. Maigsi lang, Dexter.
I understand there are more justices testifying.
Ayun. Sir, ito kapapasok lang din na information galing sa VACC na sa Region 3 daw merong 3 nang namatay sa dengue vaccine sa Central Luzon. And nakarating na po ba sa Malacanang yung reklamo ng union ng mga empleyado ng DOH na di umano may mga opisyal na siyang nagsulong ng dengue vaccine noon ay kumikita mula sa Sanofi?
Wag po natin pangunahan ang investigasyon ng DOJ. Let the DOJ conduct its investigation. Then we will do what is necessary. Okay?
Thank you, Dexter. JP Bencito.
Hi, Spokes. Good morning po. Sir, just follow up on Sereno. Sir, Attorney Larry Gadon over the weekend claimed that he received an information that there was an oligarch who was bribing senators with 200 million to ensure that the Chief Justice will be acquitted in the impeachment trial. Can we get your comment on this, sir? Given that the President is aiming to remove the Chief Justice through impeachment.
I do not know if that is a valid conclusion, but all I can say is the process is unfolding. We have to honor the process. Again, impeachment is a primary exclusive jurisdiction of the House of Representatives. If there is probable cause, then it moves to the Senate and it will decide as an impeachment court. And we have all the respect we have nothing but respect for our senators that they will do as is fit for the country's interest. It is still ultimately a political question. It is a political exercise which the senators, if the impeachment complaint is filed in the Senate, will have to resolve on the basis of both public policy and law.
Okay, thank you, JP. Thank you, Presidential Spokesperson Harry Roque.
So without further ado, we would like to call on ASEC Chris Ablan now on some details of concerning FOI week.
Good noon. Good news po. Last November 25, the Duterte administration celebrated its first year of implementation of the Freedom of Information Program. In line with this, PCOO organized a 3-day event with the theme Making Access to Information a Meaningful Right, the FOI program 1 year on. This afternoon, the 2017 FOI Awards will jumpstart that celebration to be held at the Rizal Park Hotel, Ermita, Manila, The awards night aims to recognize the significant contributions of government agencies and organizations to the development and progress of the FOI program. The awardees were identified through a thorough nomination and screening process which commenced last October 2017. Amongst to be awarded are an award for a government department, a government agency, state university, a local government unit, and other recognitions to other organizations that have promoted the Freedom of Information program. The event this afternoon will be live streamed on the Presidential Communications Facebook page. Starting tomorrow until the 6th, we will gather local and international experts from various sectors for the 2017 FOI Summit to be held in the ADB headquarters in Ortigas. Amongst our speakers are international experts on FOI like Maurice Frankel from the Campaign for FOI of the United Kingdom, Toby Mendel of the Center for Law and Democracy, Anjali Bardwaj of the National Campaign for People's Right to Information of India, likewise our local experts on FOI, Undersecretary Lilia Guillermo of DBM and Undersecretary Dennis Villorente of DICT. The summit aims to provide a platform for communicating progress, sharing national experiences, acquiring international experiences and knowledge, and presenting the Philippine FOI roadmap. On the second day, a series of clinics will be organized for participants to work on cases relating to topics which include information and records management, processing FOI requests, and proactive disclosure of information. We are expecting around 200 representatives from national government agencies, legislative offices, civil society organizations, media, private sector, international organizations, and development partners to attend the summit. We are very proud of the FOI program. We will be distributing shortly to the Malacanang Press Corps our 2017 FOI annual report, which details all of the accomplishments of the program under the Duterte administration on implementing freedom of information of our citizens. The Freedom of Information program has showed to the Filipinos that access to information is easy in this administration more than ever. To give you a few examples, Spokesman Roque, we just looked at information requested on our website, foi.gov.ph, which we believe could not be done in the past. Most recently, in November 20, a person requested for data on the War Against Drugs campaign ever since PIDEA took over from the PNP. Within a week, the PIDEA responded with all of the statistics and data requested by the Filipino citizen. Also, from national concerns, we also have local concerns. A citizen requested for the financial report of Barangay Lower Irasan, President Manuel Rojas, Zamboanga del Norte from the BLGF on November 17 at 10:12 a.m. At 10:45 a.m., the said request was acknowledged by the BLGF, and by 11:41 a.m., the BLGF requested the release the information to the requester. We believe that this has not been done, that a request is made within the same day and answered within the same day. From local matters, requests about rights and the privileges of citizens can also be done. Last November 8, a citizen, a female employee, requested for information or updates on the expanded maternity leave law from the Department of Labor and Employment, and within one day, on November 9, the DOLE responded with an update on the said bill. We can ask for information also from agencies, and if they don't have that information, they have been guided and instructed to at least assist the requester to find the particular information. Last November 18, a request was made with the Commission on Filipino Overseas for statistics on OFWs in South Korea, Japan, Guam, and in China. Now, the CFO does not have that data. The particular agency with that data is the POEA and the OWA. But in its response in November 21, the CFO responded and informed them that they did not have the data, but they know where the link was and attached the link to the data as well as information detailing the different contact details of the FOI champion and receiving officer of the POEA. This is what the FOI program is all about. It's reaching out to our citizens and making citizens access information from their government because that's taxpayers' money. Again, we are very proud of this program. We thank the Malacanang Press Corps for keeping an eye at the FOI program, and hopefully you cover us during the FOI Awards this afternoon, as well as the FOI Summit tomorrow and on Wednesday, because we want to improve the program. And one thing that we want to improve next year for version 2 of the FOI program is to really capacitate our agencies on the records and data management, because we cannot give the information requested by the citizen if it is not properly recorded and managed. So thank you very much.
Asa Kablan, may question, si Ace and Pia.
ASEC, whatever happened to the PCOO push for an FOI law?
Yes, the push is still there. Actually, we're very happy that in the FOI manual, we received a message from the President, again, reminding our legislators to finally pass an FOI law. Because although the FOI executive order is a step towards the right direction, it would still be better if we have an FOI law.
But what efforts are being undertaken to push for that measure?
We have actually talked with our FOI champions in the Senate and in the House of Representatives, and they have promised that hopefully after the passage of the tax reform bill, as well as the budget for next year, the next bill to be tackled by the Congress is the FOI law.
Thank you,
Okay,
ASEC.
thank
Thanks,
you,
Ace.
Ace. Pia?
Asking just on the issue of requesting for information on budget spent on certain government programs or activities, is there a certain guideline on what kind of information can be given to citizens on, for example, trips of the president abroad? Because Rappler requested before and received information on the budget breakdown of some trips of the president, but for Russia, we were not, parang na-reject yung request namin for a budget breakdown. But I think you entertained or accommodated the request for the total of the expenditures. Why is it that way, that for some trips the breakdown can be given but for others walang breakdown?
That's a good question, Pia. So for the trips, we have to understand that the expenses made by the administration cannot be computed or be made available immediately. So that's the reason why we invited Undersecretary Lilia Guillermo and the DBM to participate in the FOI Summit to address that particular concern. Is there a necessity for the DBM or the OP to issue particular guidelines on how to be able to respond to requests for information regarding budgets, given that it made the information requested may not be available at that particular time when made? So we will ask for guidance from the DBM on how to respond to that particular request when such request will be made again.
Okay.
Sir, guidelines like when the information can be, like after a certain time, pwede nang manghingi ng breakdown?
Yes, that's
like in
correct.
3 months after the trip? Those
That's
kinds
correct.
of
So right now, there is no particular guidelines on, for example, the president makes a trip today. Can you actually make a request, and then can the OP or the DBM respond within the 15 working days? At this moment, there's no particular guidelines. There has to be some kind of period which the DBM or the OP can inform you on when to make an actual request, because this particular data cannot be is not usually immediately available.
Sir, also on the delegation, because a lot of many people in the public are also concerned about who gets to go on these trips, because thinking that there might be expenses paid for these people to be on those trips. But when information on the delegation list is requested, what is given is the official delegation and not the other people who were present at the trip but may not be part of the official delegation, like some congressmen, some presidential advisors. Parang kulang-kulang yung list na binibigay. Can you explain why that is so?
I'm not privy to that particular request, Pia, but I can only fathom, I can only imagine that The names of the others personalities who accompanied or went with the president may not be in the official delegation list of the OP. They may have gone to the trip on from their own pockets and just attended the events. So, but really, I'm not particular sure already on that particular issue. I'm not privy to the FOI request, but I can send your concern to the Office of the President, particularly the Malacanang Records Office, and see to that request and that you ask for everyone who went there. But there must be a legal justification on why they couldn't list everyone, because they can only list those that is part of the official delegation. So, but I will follow up with them.
Okay, thank you, Pia. Thank you, Assistant Secretary Chris Ablan.
Thank you.
Thank you, Presidential Spokesperson Harry Roque. Thank you, Malacanang Press Corps. Back to our main studio sa Radyo Pilipinas and People's Television.